The Syrian government deployed its forces in the Druze-Majority city of Sweida in a bid by Islamist authorities to extend their power to the area controlled by local armed groups. But why did authorities take this major step, and what could follow? Clashes began on 13th of July between factions from the Druze religious minority and Bedouin tribes, who are Sunni Muslims, killing more than 100 people. The two sides have a long-standing feud in Sweida. Syrian government forces sent reinforcements to the region in the country's south, saying they want to re-establish security.
نهاية شرفة منطقة المزرعة على أطراف السويداء مبينة وراي. هلا الغاية هي طالما هدول الناس أمنوا نفسهم ما قاتلوا الدولة الحالية في وزارة الدفاع فهن عليهم الأمان ونحن ماشيين معهم لنحميهم. يعني نحن غايتنا حماية الأهالي من العصابات اللي هي أساساً عم تخرب مدينة السويداء.
But according to eyewitnesses quoted by AFP news agency, Druze armed groups and Syrian Observatory for Human Rights Monitor, government forces and allied groups including Bedouin took control on 14th of July of several villages near Sweida that were previously run by Druze fighters. A day after, following contacts between Damascus authorities and notables from Sweida, the Syrian Defense Ministry announced a ceasefire after government forces had entered the city. Before then, Sweida, home to around 150,000 people, was controlled by various Druze factions. Syria's three main Druze spiritual leaders, who sometimes hold differing views on political issues, called on local fighters on 16th of July to lay down their arms. However, Hikmat al-Hizri, one of the leaders, then accused Damascus of failing to uphold its commitment to enter Sweida peacefully and called for quote-unquote resisting this brutal campaign by all available means. Terrified residents of Sweida have reported numerous abuses since the entry of government troops and their allies, including executions, looting and burning houses. The new Islamist authorities, who seized power by overthrowing longtime ruler Bashar al-Assad in December, had demanded the dissolution of all armed groups and their integration into the forces of the Defense Ministry. During Syria's 14-year civil war, which started after Assad's violent repression of peaceful protests in 2011, the Druze formed their own armed groups to protect their heartland in Sweida away from major battles. In January, the two largest groups, the Men of Dignity Movement and the Mountain Brigade, said that they were ready to join the new national army. Men of Dignity spokesperson Basim Fakir told AFP news agency the state has been stalling the implementation of this agreement. Aside from the Druze, the Kurds, who control vast territories in the country's northeast, have a powerful armed wing, the Syrian Democratic Forces or SDF, and are negotiating with Damascus for their integration into the armed forces. Prior to the war, the Druze in Syria numbered around 7 lakh or 3% of the population. The Druze are followers of an esoteric religion that split from Shiite Islam and are mainly found in Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. Since the fall of Assad, Israel expanded its overture to Syria's Druze through notable Israeli co-religionists. It sent humanitarian parcels and allowed delegations to religious dignitaries to go to Israel on pilgrimage despite an official state of war with Syria. In March, Israel expressed its intention to defend the Druze following skirmishes in the suburbs of Damascus, but these remarks were immediately rejected by Druze dignitaries who reaffirmed their commitment to the unity of Syria. Israel has bombed several Syrian military positions in Sweida since 14th of July. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said, and I'm quoting him, "We will not allow harm to the Druze in Syria." He added that his country will not stand idly by. A day after, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, along with Katz, said that they are acting to prevent the Syrian regime from harming them and to ensure the demilitarization of the area adjacent to our border with Syria.